Well, welcome everybody. This is my replay broadcast for eSeniors ACC World Championships. It's called Midfield Madness, the broadcast that ignores the aliens at the front and concentrates on us wankers in the midfield. And we do put on a good show. The main broadcast by Mark focuses on everybody, but there's just too much to cover all the battles, so I started this broadcast. Because believe me, we do have some fun at the back of the pack. So let's talk about the standings for Group 1 and Group 2 and Group 3, I should say. Number 1 in Group 2 is Andrew Ambro. He's not racing today. Number 2 is Jeremy Arabas with 142. By the way, Andrew had 148. Third is Aaron Shannon with 94, so that's quite a ways back. But Andrew and Jeremy certainly have a battle going on. Since Andrew's not racing today, I assume Jeremy's going to take over the top spot. Fourth is Petri Vitella, who's got 89, so that's pretty close to Aaron. And fifth is Hugh Morris, 57. Both Petri and Hugh are racing today, so we only have 3 people from Group 3. In Group 2, the ever-popular Andy Lees has 121, and he's in first place, and he's quite happy about that. Number 2 is Billy Stewart, who's not racing today. Number 3 is Manuel Sousa with, Billy Stewart has 106 points. So he's fairly close to Andy, but Manuel's pretty close to him today with 99. And Manuel is racing today, so I assume he'll take over second place. I am 7th, Mike Molesky with 45 points. I've only had a couple of races. And the same for Benny Homestead. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's in 8th place with 24. I believe he's only had one race. And 9th place is Peter Miles with 19 points. Don't remember if he's raced a lot or not. So all those last 4 guys are racing today. Let's see where they ended up in the lineup on the race. So number 1 qualifier is Petri. Who's in 4th place in Group 2. Next is Hugh Morris, who's number 5th in Group 2. Next will be, I believe, who is 3rd? I missed out on that one somewhere. I thought it was somebody in Group 3, but no, maybe not. So next is Jeremy. Where is Jeremy? There he is, at 16th. And then all our Group 3 guys are in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th place. So there we go. That's the lineup. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, I'll go a little bit further here to find out where racing there. No, it's not too far back. Let's get a good camera. Oh, there's my button box here. Bear with me for a second. Camera. Oh, there we go, Cinecams. There we go. This is the one I want. Okay, so let's keep going here. I'll advance by 5 seconds. And let's start with the lead guy, number 8. Or 8th, number 897. That's Petri. See how he fares in the start. Since he's our top qualifier today for Midfield Madness. Everybody's jockeying a little bit of ghosting going on. Again, I'm going to concentrate on our guys here because I'm sure Mark did a very good job of covering top qualifiers. So there we go. Petri's probably he's probably going to be this orange car. That or this guy here. Pretty clean start. Everybody's pretty tentative of this Porsche Cup car. Okay, no, Petri is the red and black and gold car. So a pretty clean start. Let's see what's going on at the back. There's Mario. I was way at the back, so from what I remember, it was a pretty clean start. Yeah, this Porsche Cup car is pretty crazy in terms of. There's Peter. Peter had a little hiccup, and Manuel took advantage of that, passing. I know in advance here, us Group 3 guys, although we did a lot of spinoramas, we all stayed pretty close together. We're going to see some pretty good battles here. Let's see how Benny's doing. Benny Homestead is in the thick of it. Peter Vitella is still up there. Let's go on board with him. There's Benny, and he's chasing Eric Molt. It's pretty close to everybody. Let's see what's going on in the back here. Mr. Vitella's and pretty close to Mr. Howard. This one lap, this lap is pretty. Yeah, be careful. Your tires are. You feel like your tires are warm, but they're not. I believe we've done one lap. Andy's on place. Jeremy lost a couple of spots. Jeremy started in 16th spot. Oh, he's still in 16th spot. So Andy and Jerry are having a bit of a battle. Let's follow this one for a while. Oh, somebody went off ahead. So Jeremy takes advantage of that. Catching up to Mr. Howard still. Oh, that's a good battle. Start again. Again, Petrie's in his gold car. I'll watch the other battles to see how things are going. Andy, Peter Miles, Manuel and I are just kind of hanging in there. I know we have some good battles later, but we'll just stay with this one for a while. I'm not quite sure what happened way up at the front here. I was so far at the back. Oh, Manuel's hung up on Peter here. Backed that up by a few seconds. He got pretty close. Approaching the last hairpin here, or the first hairpin. Manuel just couldn't hold on to it a little bit. He took off a little bit on him. Let's see how Jeremy got past. Let's see how that happened. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, they were always ahead of each other. It was Andy that was behind Jeremy. That's true. Go back a little bit more. Let's see how Andy's doing. Go on board with Andy for a bit again. Andy qualified in 17th and Jeremy qualified in 16th, so they're still basically in the same spots. Whoa, that was close. Andy, what are you heading up to? Gonna be able to take him? Nope, not quite. See how they both hold on to the acceleration. Acceleration in this cup car, as everybody knows, is the key to everything, keeping it on track. Petrie is in 8th place. That's where he qualified. He's still hanging in there. Let's see how close he is. He's still pretty close to it. Oh, he got up on a few people. He's now behind Murch. how he's doing. Driver view. He's catching up or hanging in there with him. He's up there in the rarefied air. Number 2, Group 2 guy way up there in 8th place. So he's doing a great job actually. I notice I'm far behind Manuel here. I must have had my first spin at 4 seconds behind. To the second, let's see if anybody's closer. Either Miles or Andy's getting pressured by was getting pressured by Mr. Morris. Something must have happened there. Let's back up. Or did Mr. Morris get ahead of him? I think he did. Let's watch that again. So here's Morris, Mr. Morris passing. Let's back up a little bit more even to see how that all transpired. Got a good run on Mandy here. Just got a good run coming out of that last one. And Andy had backed off a little. Oh, he didn't barely back off. Hugh really took that chicane nicely. Oh, and that must have bothered Andy a little bit since he lost it there. Either that or he got it. Either that or he got a little too excited on the throttle. So now Andy, I think, is going to be behind a few of us. Yep, that's Manuel here. And Peter Miles. So Andy's going to at the next segment, he's going to be shown as being behind everybody here. So Manuel and Petrie are having a battle here at this point. I see that Andy's now a couple seconds behind Manuel. Well, Benny's looks like he's in good shape here. Let's go to his driver view. He's on Mr. Harvey. Can't remember. I think it's Dave. I remember the first name there. Benny's doing quite well. Benny, I think, should be higher up in Group 3 here. I think he's only raced a couple of times in the Porsche Cup. I did the same thing. I started racing the Porsche Cup because I got tired of racing the Lambo. Try to get in a couple of races a week or a couple of series a week, and the Lambo was just crazy for me. My driving style doesn't suit it. I can't say that the Porsche suits me either, but at least it's a little bit better and it's more manageable for me. Oh, Benny, nice try. Benny, and what's going on behind here? So Benny and Peter are, Hugh and Petrie are having a good battle here also. I'll go on Petrie's can here because he looks like he's got a little bit of pepper in his. Oh, too far. That's Hugh on Jeremy again. Jeremy's been hanging in there in 15th place behind Benny, but he sure is being pressured by Petrie right now. Oh, not Petrie, Peter Miles. What am I saying, Petrie? Mr. Miles is the Group 1 driver. Many other battles, and we can go up here. I think Petrie is actually still hanging in there with the big guys. Oh, he overcooked it a little bit there. It's hung in there. Let's just watch Petrie's driving for a while. He's doing very well here today. in 8th place, still in 8th place, I guess. Started qualified in 8th, but there's quite a train of cars here. And Benny's. I think Benny had some trouble here. I don't think he was in 19th place. Go back a little bit on this. On Benny here, see what happened. He was the overhead view. Oh, let's go back. Andy really got a good hop on him right here. Just look at that. Just powering through here. Great job, Andy. Neck and neck for a while, but he's still got the momentum going. Great pass, great pass. Let's see how it goes through the chicane. I believe this is the chicane. Yeah. Nice chicane for Andy. Driver view on this last 90-degree corner. Then he does a good job. Let's see how it goes here. Then he really takes a wide angle here. Both took a different angle, but they end up basically the same spot in terms of behind, ahead or behind. Peter, and these 5 of us going to battle the whole time. This is what I meant by midfield madness here. There's lots of us in this back end having some fun racing. Hugh Morris is still on Jeremy's tail. Jeremy is this cup car. When you're pressured like this, it takes a lot of concentration not to hit the well, both guys, I guess, not to hit the accelerator too much. Watch this battle for a while. It's a great battle going on. So Hugh is in 2nd place in the standings in Group 2. No, sorry. He's in 5th place in Group 2. Sorry, hit the mic there. He's in 5th place and Jeremy's in 2nd place. So it's great battle for position in the standings, that's for sure. Jeremy's way ahead in the points, but Petrie or Hugh can. Oh, nice try! Just trying really hard. Man, that's a lot of pressure. They're 0.2 of a second behind each other. These are tough corners. Both basically have the same braking points. Whoa! Keep it, hang on there. This is great racing. Take an overhead view for a while. Looks so much closer when you're in the car. Just tells you how hard it is to keep that concentration when both the guy in front and the guy behind, especially again with these cup cars. One little mistake and you're spun. And Manuel and I have changed places at the back here. Manuel must have spun out. Maybe I'll go back to that just for fun to keep it going here with. Manuel is still behind, so we'll go back a little bit more. Somehow I got ahead of him. Back a little bit more. Okay, so here, somewhere around here is where Manuel spins out, and I'll go back to that race with Jeremy. I just want to try to get everybody's in the eye of the camera here. So Manuel at some point must have spun. Jump fast forward here. 5 seconds at a time to find the spot. So there he is. He's catching up with Peter here. I think it's Peter Miles. Yeah, Peter Miles. Oh, there it was. Let's see what happened again. Maybe I'll slow it down. Just caught a bit of a bump on that curb and then spun. Yeah, let's see how bad the spin is. He probably kept it in the grass at least. I know on my first spin I hit the wall and got a little bit of aero damage. So everybody passes Manuel here and ends up in last place, but I know for a fact there I go. So that means he's in last place at this point. But we all trade places. We're all spinning. It's not over with the spinning yet. Let's go back to Jeremy and Hugh. That was such a great battle. I think we were about here. Jump back. So, very good battle here, and also Petrie's is being pressured by Terry Howard. Now I'm not sure if they exchange places a little bit. Let's watch these two battles for a while. Back that up a little bit. That was a pretty exciting corner right there. And go to the top cam. There's Petrie doing pressuring. Terry Howard's pressuring. No, that's ahead of Mr. Noble is ahead of Petrie. Petrie again is in the gold car. But focus on Howard as well. Change Petrie. Quite a battle going on here. Let me jump to Mr. Howells and go to the driver view to show us how much he's pressuring Petrie. Big train of cars here, just motoring along, and everybody's waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Jeremy and Hugh are still battling it out. Oh, and Benny, let's jump to Benny for a bit. Benny and Andy are neck and neck. Benny's pressuring Andy. Try to chase you here. Oh, that's not the one I want. Don't have a button here for the wing view. They have buttons for every view, but they only have quick keys for a certain number of cameras. Yeah, Benny's really pressuring him. Let's see. This is where Andy took him last time. Look. Oh no, Andy lost it a little. See if he can hold on to it through the next corner. Yes, he did. They're both, again, last time we saw that these two take different lines coming through that hairpin. Benny is definitely pressuring. I see Jeremy's been overtaken by Hugh. So let's back up a little bit and see how that happened. Just a few seconds ago. Okay, here we go. Let's do a driver view. It's on this second last hairpin. Oh, he just... Here Jeremy didn't really go a little wide, but he was able to get inside him. Jeremy's going to take the inside, try to keep it, but he was a little tentative there. Let's take a look at that from Jeremy's point of view in the car. Back up a little more. So can't see me just yet. He must know he's there. Well, that's maybe his normal line, but Hugh just came up inside on him. Let's see if we can see his hood coming up here in a second. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let's see if Jeremy backs off. Not really. He hung in there. This is where sometimes the driver, and I know Jeremy won't do this, but gets so over anxious and he cooks it a little too much on the guy he's trying to follow to catch up again. Let's stay with Jeremy for a bit here. So again, this is a battle in Group 2 for the leader, Jeremy, with the number 5 guy, Hugh. So here's a perfect example of a battle, a race within a race. These two guys, hopefully, we know that they're battling each other for the lead in their class. Even though Jeremy's probably about 80 points ahead. Oh, there's Mr. Vitala. He's falling behind Noble a little bit. And Stephen Howells is still ahead of him. This is Mr. Howells and Petrie is I keep saying Peter, but Petrie ahead of him. This train of cars is spaced out a little bit more. Petrie's falling a little bit behind the group with cars in front. So this might be frustrating Terry a little bit. He wants to get up there with that pack. But he is indeed faster. Follow this guy this little one for a while. Certainly quicker on certain spots when he has to back off at these corners. Oh, somebody lost it. Oh, it's back up there. Go to that view. So Terry got a little over anxious with the throttle, and that cost him. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Benny is still hot on the tails of Andy. And where else is going on? Can't tell at this spot how close behind these guys I am. Still 4 seconds. Oh well. Overview here looks like it changed for a second there. I guess it does intervals for a while, and then it does it must do pace behind the leaders when you cross the finish line, and then it does intervals after that. So Benny is hot on the tail. See how that happened? How that started? Coming into the bend here. Then he got a little bit better corner. He's right on his tail. Let's take a look from the driver's point of view. Oh, we just passed him. What happened? Oh, he outbroke Andy. That's rare. Let's go back to a view here. Andy usually outbreaks everybody else, so Benny outbroke him. They tapped each other at that point. Both of them overcooked it with the throttle. They both got excited there. Oh, then he ended up, I don't know, on purpose or whatever, going into the pits. See, then he's gotten started again. Then he's going to fall to the back. Gives me a couple of spots. But yeah, they were both got too excited racing-wise and hit the throttle a little too much at that point. Neither of them touched each other when they actually spun out. They were just trying to get ahead. Let's see what's going on in other places. Jeremy and Hugh have separated a little bit, and he's not pressuring, Howells is not pressuring Jeremy at all. And Petrie is all by himself at this point. He's got away from Mr. Holmes. And a little bit behind the guy ahead of him, so let's concentrate on some other guys for a while. Now let's try Manuel. Let's just follow a lap with Manuel. There's no races, there's no battles going on too much, so let's just follow Manuel for a while. Oh, that's me up in the front. Let's see what kind of lines Manuel takes. I know I've only been racing this car for a couple of weeks now, and I'm just picking lines that and braking and acceleration points that I know I can keep it on the track most of the time. It's quite the car. A lot of fun to drive, especially on these English tracks with all these curves and whatnot. Manuel is actually probably going to catch up to me a little bit if I'm not mistaken. There's a nice wide corner there. Knows he's catching up with me. It's probably the closest battle for different people here at this point. Oh, let's back that up a little bit. See what really happened here. Slow it down. He just broke, I think, a little off center and couldn't hang on to it. But no, not too much damage. Well, maybe you can follow with me and you guys can see my lines. Not real proud of them, but at least I took them the same most of the time. My lap times were 135, 134 when I hit most of my spots when I had full tank. Pretty consistent, but not good enough for the top guys. Whoa, I spun out. Yeah, there you go. Got a little over anxious there. So Manuel passes me. Everybody passes me. Except maybe for Benny. Well, Andy now is going to be up Manuel's back. This might be the three of us actually play around here in the back for quite a while. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Steve Howells is on Jeremy's tail. Jeremy's been so good at keeping his concentration there for all these guys that are right up his butt. That's how this one turns out. Hughes also up ahead is in a little battle here with Mr. Harvey and Eric. We'll have to watch these two battles. Oh, there's one mistake. I was just going to say somebody's got to make a mistake sooner or later. Oh, it's not too much. Just went a little wide. That's all. It's Eric, I believe. He's got Mr. Harvey at his tail. And Hugh is going to try and take advantage. Keep an eye on that. And Howells is really battling with Jeremy also. Now, back here. Told you there was a lot of action going on at the back, you guys. Andy and Manuel are battling it out. So let's watch all three here. Manuel went a little wide. Is Andy going to get inside? Hang on, Andy. There you go. He's still back here. Andy's still. Oh, hang on. Oh, let's hold on. That was a bit of a bump pass. Let's take a look at the high view. And he's come on. I don't know if he missed his braking point and Manuel just broke a little early. I know Andy waits here a little so long that I pass him, and yeah, so that's very gentlemanly of Andy, waiting until Manuel gets back. So let's go back to Stephen and Mr. Howells. Jeremy. Let me see if I can. Oh, Howells overcooks it. back up that one a little bit and slow it down, see what he does. Back it up again. Entering the corner. He just kind of double braked there, hit the curb, and then got a little over anxious with the throttle. She just kept it going straight, I guess. So hard to do that with these cars. Not to full speed. I was just about to try and find a rear wing view. So Jeremy once again, just keeping his cool, hanging in there. Any other battles here? How is Mr. Vitella doing? Oh, he's in by himself again. 8 seconds behind the guy ahead of him, and Mr. Holmes is 2 seconds behind him. So he's just started in 8th place. He's qualified 8th. He's still in 8th. Nice job. Let's see if anybody. Well, Mr. D'Souza's up my tail. Oh, we just missed something there. Let's back up. Okay, so Manuel's on my tail. Right. Coming into the chicane. Well, I had different braking points than Manuel, I think, because this happened to him a couple of times where he's right behind me and unfortunately spun or something because he got too close to me. So I'm not sure if it's my braking point or his. We'll have to discuss that. If he was pushing hard or he was surprised by my braking points. I just tried to keep the same braking points I always had. So now we're all bunched up again. Manuel, myself, and Andy. So we're going to have some good battles. Let's see, and Benny, I should say. And Andy. Whew, Manuel just flew by. Let's watch that. Manuel. Oh, Andy just lost it a little bit. That wasn't Andy that flew by, that was Benny that flew by. Okay, let's back up here. Nope, not Benny. Must be somebody else in with us. Let's go with the cam here. Not quite sure who that car is. Oh, I believe maybe we're getting, we're starting to get lapped here by the leaders. So this was Benny, I believe, and Manuel battling it out. I'm gonna probably start getting confused here in terms of. And the leaders start to lap us. There's Andy and Manuel. I believe Andy has a little hiccup here. And Manuel also hits the brakes a little hard. Let's watch Andy for a while. So if I'm not mistaken, if I can do a car ahead, that is not me, is it? No. I guess it is. No, it's not me. So this must be one of the leaders. Yeah, it is Mr. Bywater. I see a little arrow at the top there. So that's we're starting to get into getting lapped here by the leaders, us backmarkers. So let's see how I do in terms of. Oh, I did a nice job of getting out of his way. I was obviously going to be very careful not to get in trouble here. I let these guys by. So let's see who's got some battles going on. Jeremy. That can't be the guy ahead of him. Those are lap cars. Let's go car ahead. Yeah, that's Mr. Harvey. So again, this is Jeremy. So he's pretty much on his own here. Hugh is actually getting pressured, I believe, by Mr. Galt later. We've watched this battle for a while. How's Mr. Vitella doing? Mr. Holmes is behind him a little bit, but this is a better battle here. Let's see how Hugh hangs in there with a Group 1 guy. Oh, let's go back to somebody else. Manuel and Andy are back at it. These are much more fun to watch. And again, it's a battle of Group 3s. Let's see where they are in the standings here. Manuel is third with 99 points, and Andy is first with 121. So this is very significant in the sense that these guys are battling for position. They're the only two guys up there in the top 3 that are racing today. So I'm sure that at least Andy knows that Manuel is behind him in the standings. For both of them in this corner. Andy, a little wobble there, but very good job getting back on the throttle. They look like they put a little bit of space between them. These two seem to take exactly the same line around this last corner. Peter Miles looks like something happened to him. Oh. That's me up ahead. I spun out or something. I think I spun out again. Now Andy's up my tail. Let's watch that one. He passes me here, I believe. Yes, he does. Let's take a quick peek on that one from the aerial view. See how good a job he did. So yeah, I'm just coming out of a spin here. So I've got no momentum. Andy takes it outside and then inside. Did a great job. Now we've also, I believe, got some front runners. Here's another example of, I don't know if Manuel, you were surprised by my braking points or not. Let's go back here. Go to your view, and watch this. Because I was upset that a couple of times, slow it down here, a couple of times you either got surprised by my braking points. See, now you're out of sorts because you don't want to hit me, which you didn't. Thank you very much. But it causes you to go off the track. So I don't know if you're pushing your braking point or my braking point was totally different than yours. Made me feel bad because I think it happened a couple of times. Did you come back on the track somehow? Let's watch that again. No, this is the whole thing. See how you fare when you come off. That red car behind us is a front runner. I don't see Manuel get stuck behind a whole bunch of people because those are all front runners. Did a good job of coming back on. Andy's now ahead of me. Maybe I can get on my driver view because I pressure Andy a little bit. I think I'm letting a front runner go by at this point. A couple of front runners. Are we not in full speed here? Yeah, I'm going to try letting these guys go by. There's a whole pile of guys that I really don't want to. 4 of them all I believe, in the top 10 here, so I let them go by. Andy and I do catch up with each other later. Oh, Andy went off. Andy? No, that's not. Who's that? That's Christopher. So I'll let him go by. That's what Andy does in terms of These guys, how he gets rid of these 4 or 5 front runners. Right behind Andy. This is the first guy that's behind Andy. See this whole power. So Andy's going to probably give them a wide berth at this point. Oh no! Merch? Is that Merch? Mr. Paunoff? That didn't work out so well. Okay, I think that's the last front runner, and there I come up behind Andy. So yeah, well, that was a long race, wasn't it? Go back here. I'm looking forward to this. There's Andy. Okay, I'm gonna have a good race with Andy here in the sense that all the front runners are back. And what do? I overcook it. It's so slightly, you know, and I lost it. I hit the wall. It took me a while to get back here. Oh well. There's the brakes in the Porsche Cup. Now I'm going to be last. So let's try and find out where the battles are going. Jeremy is all by himself probably in 13th place. Yeah, this guy's 5 or 6 seconds ahead and behind. Mr. Vitella is pretty close to... Mr. Howard is pretty close to Mr. Vitella again. Maybe we'll follow that one for a while. And Hugh is right on Mr. Don'tstale. Are you going to pass him right here? Oh, that's so close. Let's back up a little bit. Pause it. Back up 5 seconds. Go to the driver view. Maybe 5 more. And watch how this develops. Oh, it's really close. Can't find a spot where this starts. It starts back here. Way back in the second straight. Let's watch this. So this is Mr. Morris and Mr. Don't. So Mr. Don't, there it goes wide. Hangs onto it though. Good job. But that gives Hugh the few seconds, few fractions that he needs. And Hugh just keeps that hammer down. So close to each other, man. This is fun. Of Porsche Cup cars is great. He gets a little wide there. Man, oh man, they're close. These are not behind each other. These are side by side. I want to take a quick peek at that from a high view. Maybe 5 more seconds. All right, let's go. It doesn't look looks pretty far apart there, but sure looks far closer together when you're driving. Okay, then Mr. Don't just lets him through at this point. So that was a great battle, very good battle. Great job, Hugh. Great job, Hugh, for not overcooking it and staying away from each other. Now Mr. Howard and Petrie are really. Petrie's up in 6th place now, so he must have either he passed or some guys spun out ahead of him. But Terry is really giving him a run right here. Let's see how the braking points work. Oh, nice, nice. Hitcher didn't give in. I don't know if he pushed his braking point or that was his normal one. Good job. Great racing. Both of them take this one well. Terry might have just gone a little over steer a little bit, or run, yeah. They're both at the limit. Let's see Petrie's car jostling a bit. 9/100ths of a second behind him at one point there. At the probably the start-finish line. Man, we're getting late in the race here. Let's see what lap we're at. 22 of 30. Tires are getting a little worn. Everybody's getting a little tired. And you're in a car that's not very forgiving. So great job racing. Eric and Hugh are still at it over here in 10th place. Let's just see that one for a bit. Is this Hugh? Yeah. 11 is Hugh's car, so Eric's pressuring him. Pretty well matched guys in this car. Jeremy's still hanging in there in 12th place, but Lars is a couple of seconds behind him right now in 13th. Let's see if Lars can see Jeremy. No, he must be 2 seconds behind. That's not Jeremy up ahead. Anybody behind Jeremy? He's all by himself there. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Still 4 seconds behind the guy ahead of him, and Lars is 8 seconds behind him. So let's see who the... Terry lost a little bit of ground to Petrie here. Hugh and Eric are separated a little bit again too. I'm catching up with Manuel for about the 5th time. Maybe that's the best one to watch for a little while. Nope. Did I just lose Manuel? Back up here. Is he a friend of me? There we go. Let's see where Manuel overcooks it. Oh, he hit the curb there, the grass, and I feel for Manuel. I had the same problem a lot of times. Benny's way back here. I'm not sure where in terms of the intervals he is. Let's see what the intervals come up. Wait for the intervals to show up here. Let's see. I don't know who that is ahead of us here. Oh, that's Eric and Hugh. Not that far behind Manuel. Is it good timing? Oh, that's not a good place. Let's back that one up for a second and look at that. Look at that from the scenic view. Maybe slow it down a bit. So Eric really outbreaks him here. The start. And Hugh takes the normal line. Eric had to brake. That was pretty close, but no contact, so that's good. That's good. And Manuel and I are back into being close to each other? No, we're not. It's back at full speed here. That's Mr. Harvey passing me here. He's in 11th place. You can see us back markers with all our spin outs, but really far behind. Well, let's look at the intervals here. Eric and Hugh are still in a battle. No, they're not. Oh, yes, they are. Let's go to driver view. That's the closest battle amongst us midfield boys. Although, looks like Mr. Vitale is in a little bit of a battle here again. And Terry's behind him. There's Terry. Watch it from Terry's point of view because we can see the battle that Petrie's got going with the guy ahead of him. Jeremy's still keeping his pace up and staying in 12th place. Beautiful lines through here. Nice little battle between 3 cars. Let's see who blinks first. He just hung on there, right on the edge. Terry. Apologize if I'm getting some of the first names wrong here. I'm just going from memory for the guys in Group 1. hard enough time keeping track of the first names of the guys in group 2 and 3. So as I do this more, I hope I'm not doing too bad a job here for you guys. Those of you who stuck with it to the end. Believe me, these 3 guys, I know they're so close to everything, pushing it right onto the limit. Get close to the end here. We got about 6 or 7 laps to go, but when you're all evenly matched like this, you know, you push it a little bit hard and you'll end up spinning it. So this car on this track is all about mistakes. Petrie, let's go back on that. We got the hop on him. Let's go back, pause, and watch it from the overview. Now, did Petrie make a mistake, or let's see? Did Terry just get the better of him and with his line? Yep, Petrie just made it. Oh, what a tiniest of errors! Tiniest of errors. Not errors, but the tiniest of wobbles there with his throttle, I think, coming out of that corner, and that gave Terry the advantage. See how little bit of a mistake you can make. Again, a mistake is hard, is pretty harsh, but a little bit of a wobble, and you lost the position. I'm sure Petrie will come back here. Let's watch him come back. Here's again, like I say, it's very hard when you get frustrated, when you get pissed that somebody passed you because you're making a mistake and you push a little harder. Then you'll have to make a mistake. And announcer's curse, he did make a mistake. But that didn't hurt him too much. That hurt him in place. Here's that. Lost the space to place the homes. Oh well, wins the brakes. Like I say, it's so hard once you get past to keep your concentration and not overcompensate by doing something outside of the ordinary, your normal lap sequence. He's back into a rhythm now and going to chase down Mr. Holmes here. Job. I think he's catching up. All these guys are evenly matched, so should be a good race for a while. Let's do a rundown here on our people. Lead guy for the midfield boys is still Petrie. Hugh Morris is next. Jeremy's next. So those are all 3 Group 2 guys are being true to form, being ahead of the Group 3 guys. For Group 3, the first guy is Peter Miles, I believe, followed by Andy. So Peter is going to make up a few points on Andy. Manuel, myself, and Benny. I don't know where Benny is. Benny by himself. In the back, let's see who's ahead of him. Well, you know what? He just passed me somehow. Where did that happen? Well, that's because I spun out for my X amount of time. Let's see what I did. I was probably feeling pressured. I wasn't really feeling pressured by too many. I just probably hit the curb here. Yep, hit the grass. Hit the grass. Now I have to be very careful how I come back here. There's Manuel passing me. And these are front runners. So I'm looking for a window, and I get a window, so I'm fine. And there's only a lap and a half left here. So let's see, Petrie's probably the guy who's battling the most here for a position, or not for a position, but for he's already leading the midfield boys. but he's battling with the same three guys again, Terry and Mr. Holmes. Forget Mr. Holmes' first name. Now, is Petrie the announcer for the Group 2 or Group 1 GT3 guys? I know it's Vitala, so I'm not matching his enthusiasm here in the... oh, there we go. That was Terry Howard, I believe. Lost it. Let's take a quick peek here at what happened there. There is a lot of pressure on everybody. So let's just, oh, he's a Group 1 guy. Let's just watch. So he hits the grass here. He's pushing a little hard because he's the guy that's a second ahead of him. It was Mr. Howard. Just went out. Oh well. Go back to Peter then. Picture good. Yeah, Mr. Vitala, if you are the announcer, your enthusiasm is amazing on those broadcasts. I'm not matching that enthusiasm, unfortunately, but hopefully people are enjoying this. It's fun to dissect a race like this. Oh, Petrie went a little wide here. Now he hung together, maybe a little wider than normal. So we've got 2 or 3 laps to go here, so. Did I end up going a little bit too far back? I thought we only had a lap and a half to go. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I went a little too far back when I was looking for that spin out. These guys are lapping people. Who's that car ahead? See, that's Peter Miles. So he's lapping Peter. Any battles going on? Not really. He was 3 seconds behind Petrie. Jeremy's, he's only a second and a half behind. I believe that's, excuse me, that's Stephen Howell's ahead of him. He's caught up some times on Mr. Howell, so he can get another spot here. And Peter Miles is a couple of laps down on Jeremy, so that's not much of an issue. But Jeremy's in contention for 13th. And he looks like he's 5 seconds behind Peter. And I don't know how many more laps. Benny. Let's see who's ahead of Benny. That's me ahead of Benny. So Benny is a lap down. It looks like, try that again. Car ahead is, oh sorry, that's Neil Bywater, so he's a front runner obviously. And behind, yeah, Benny's in the middle of nowhere there, nowhere land. So the only big race here is Petrie. Let's follow this one to the end. Good one. It is a good one. Hold on, both of you. There you go. That was close. This is great finishing. This is actually the last lap, I believe. Yep. Petrie, you did a great job of trying to get that last spot. Okay, so Hugh. This is Hugh. Coming in for his last. Oh, he's already passed. And Jeremy. There's Jeremy's last corner. There you go, Jeremy. And Andrew is stopped because I guess these guys are stopped because we've already gone through the last. Manuel's pulling an F1. Should we look at this from cycle cam? Let's go, let's go. He's just practicing what we did all race. Way to go, Manuel. I guess he's practicing for when he gets his first place. We'll do a NASCAR spinouts. Right, just so pissed off you want to blow those tires, Manuel. Anyway, that's pretty funny. Either that or he's checked out of the game and it's doing this on its own. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, that's this version of Midfield Madness. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much.